Today, I'm gonna show a little of Finsight AI Agent, a solution based on artificial intelligence developed by us at HDB Systems for analysis of financial data. In this example, I will be asking analysis about accounts receivable. I have a spreadsheet here with information about invoices along with data about the respective customers, such as amounts, issued and payment dates, and others. As I ask the questions to the agent, it will execute queries in this database and will give us an in-depth analysis about the retrieved data. So, to start here, I will get our first question. That is, show the monthly trend of invoice risk for category A over the past 6 months, including total issued, total paid, and disputed amount. So, the agent now has entered its thinking process, and this usually takes about 20 to 30 seconds, so we will have to wait a little bit to get our answer back. So, we have your answer, and it is comprised of some sections. The first one is the reasoning of the agent, like its thought process. The query explanation, that is the explanation of the queries executed. Here we have, in the format of a table, the summary of the results returned by the queries, and an in-depth analysis that comes with some important topics the agent thought were relevant, such as analysis about the total issued, about the total paid, and the disputed amount. It's important to punctuate here that this table here might be incomplete. This is contain only partial results because the results of the query executed by the agent could be comprised of many lines. So it would not be good for the agent to show the entire table here on the summary. But for every question I ask here for the agent, one or more CSV files are generated containing all the data that was retrieved by the query. And we can see these files here by clicking on the Show Message Files. So in this case, it only generated one file, and by clicking here on Data View, we can see the entire table. In this case, we can see that this table here is the same as the table in the results summary, so it is a complete table being shown here on the summary. Along with this, we can also have a graph view of this data that we can see here by clicking on Data View. So I will ask now one more question. That is, identify the recurring customers who delayed payments in the past 6 months and calculate the total loss amount and the average delay in days broken down by risk category and region. I will click Submit. Here it is already presenting us its reasoning and the query explanation, and now it is executing a query to obtain the results. So we can see here the remaining sections that are the results summary and the in-depth analysis. Some other functionalities of our agent here can be seen here on the Functions tab. So we have these 4 buttons here that allows us to export our chat history. So every message here in this conversation can be exported to a markdown file. We can delete all messages from these chats. We can delete the entire chat, so it will not be shown here on the chat list on the left. And we can also delete all chats, so every chat that is stored here would be deleted. Some other features include the enabling of the text toolkit that unlocks some new functionalities too, such as copying the content of each message individually or also deleting some individual messages from the chat. and also enabling the voice input toolkit that, as the name says, is a voice recognition mode that allows us to speak to the agent the question we want to ask, and will be automatically submitted here to be executed. Also, we have the data tab here that allows us to see the data tables available on the database. In our case, we only have here the invoices table, that is the same table, the same spreadsheet as I showed here earlier on the video. And we can select here one of the tables and click here on view data to see the entire table. So here it is, and this is the exact same table I showed earlier. We can also, if we want, delete this data, so we can also upload another table here. If we have some type of updated data or deleted data, we can upload a new file here to substitute the data table invoices, for instance.